Boulder's top stories this week. Councilmember Applebaum shares city sustainability information in Sweden, a woman's amazing journey from the alphabet to Play-Doh, and an Election Day reminder. Hi, I'm Andrew Barth. Boulder leaders were asked once again to share their experiences and ideas on an international level. Councilmember Matt Applebaum flew to Stockholm, Sweden last week for the first European Green Capital Conference. The conference explored how governments throughout Europe and the United States are taking action to combat the effects of climate change while pursuing economic growth. Applebaum participated in the mayor's session, which was an opportunity for attending mayors, deputies, and other politicians from around the world to network and discuss common challenges in creating sustainable cities of the future. Inside Boulder News recently spoke with Councilman Applebaum about his experience.
The purpose, I think, was to demonstrate to the European community that while at the national level, perhaps the United States is lagging behind its European counterparts in efforts at sustainability, greenhouse gas reduction, et cetera, that in fact a lot of innovation is going on at the local level, at the municipal level, and communities all over the United States are working on this issue pretty hard, and we represented a cross-section of those communities. The people to whom I spoke about Boulder's open space system, because many of them were very proud about the amount of open space they preserved, parkland and stuff, were quite astonished at how much Boulder has done, and almost couldn't believe the amount of land we have preserved in perpetuity. So yeah, I think everybody can learn from everybody else. Again, the concepts, the details are not going to match exactly, the contexts are rather different, but the concepts and the approaches can certainly be applicable in both communities, and I think this conversation needs to be continued.
The European Green Capital Conference was a great start to this conversation. Boulder will continue the international efforts to balance sustainable living with economic growth around the world. Councilman Applebaum was very thankful that the U.S. ambassador in Sweden had the foresight to include the U.S. cities. The trip was funded by the U.S. State Department. You can learn more about Boulder's sustainability efforts by visiting the city's website. Last week, Boulder City Council was inspired by the story of A woman from Thailand who became fluent in English after working with a tutor at Boulder Reads. A received the Janet Driscoll Turner Outstanding Adult Learner Award for her progress. She now even reads and studies the challenging literature of Plato. Jennifer Jacobs has more on A's inspiring story.
Learning the English language is not an easy task. This mother of two from Thailand knows the struggles of being in a new country and having no way to communicate with her surrounding world. A. Bravin came to the United States 5 years ago, and she has since learned one of the hardest languages in the world, something A says has changed her life.
I feel freedom. I feel very happy that I be able to read English.
A grew up in a farming community in Thailand where education was not a priority. She received some education through a missionary group but had to drop out in 9th grade because she needed to support herself. After meeting her husband, having 2 children, and coming to America, A learned to communicate with the people of her new home.
I feel like handicapped or something. I feel like I can do nothing. Even now I'm everything just perfect person, but I can't do anything. So I just feel like I need help here.
That's when a friend referred A to Boulder Reads, a program that teaches people in the community how to read and write in English. A was matched with volunteer tutor Susie Ashton, who says she remembers getting the call from Boulder Reads about having A as her student.
And they called me and said that they thought they had a student that I would enjoy working with. And we've been together ever since. Our 5th anniversary together will be on November 2nd. And we've come a long way, not only in her reading and writing, but in our friendship. Yeah. It's been a really win-win situation for both of us.
Yeah. I feel blessed to have you anyway.
Yep, and you're a blessing to me too.
Yeah.
A recently received the Janet Driscoll Turner Outstanding Adult Learner Award, and she credits Boulder Reads for a big part of her success.
I absolutely recommend to come Boulder Reads. There are so many things to learn, and it's just so helpful especially people who coming from different country, they don't really know English well. Yeah, I totally recommend it to come to Boulder Reads.
Boulder Reads is a free program that is dedicated to helping people of all ages learn the English language. If you'd like to find out more about Boulder Reads, you can call 303-444-5599. One more important item to note is that the city has extended alcoholic beverage restrictions on and around the Pearl Street Mall. Both open and closed containers of alcohol will be prohibited from 6 p.m. Saturday, October 30th until 6 a.m. Monday, November 1st. Failure to comply with the extended regulations may result in a summons and/or jail time. Abiding by city ordinances and being courteous of all Halloween revelers will help ensure an entertaining and safe day and night for the entire city. Finally, don't forget that Tuesday, November 2nd is Election Day, so do your part and make your vote count. That's all the time we have for this week's news. You can connect with Inside Boulder News on Facebook by submitting news tips and questions. Just search for City of Boulder Channel 8. I'm Andrew Barth. Stick around for more Inside Boulder right after this.